Catapult's in the other room. He's having a bad day. He's kind of drunk. We are setting the foam in the sand for the pour. I'm not sure how much detail is worth putting in to a casting. A buddy of mine who used to work in a place that casted aluminum, he said one thing that you want to do is when you do the pour, that the mold is have like an orbital sander and turn it on, and the vibration will help knock the bubbles out of the aluminum. He was looking at some of my casting work, and he said, yeah, he said that would probably help your work a lot. So I'm going to try to do that. Maybe tomorrow afternoon, I don't know, depends on what the weather is. Obviously, the weather's going to be deteriorating. The cold's going to be here. Probably one of those coldest Christmases for a long time. Let me see here. Okay, now this is going to be for a pole axe, a Viking. This is Viking themed. So this area has to stay wide. That's where the pole's going to go through. And then this is going to have to be thinned out back here. And then, of course, this is all going to have to be tapered out. I'm looking for this to probably weigh around a pound. So let me go ahead and take my marker and just do a little bit of where I want to start thinning the blade, and this will remain thicker in the back, so everything will come this way thinner. Hey, if I mess it up, I got plenty of styrofoam. A dog. Arr, 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 arr. We get a receptacle which will hold sand, and we fill it with, fill the bucket with sand, which I'll probably just use a 5-gallon bucket. I'll put a layer of sand on the bottom of the bucket, probably about like that. Then this will go down in the bucket, and then you start pouring the sand maybe a couple inches at a time. And then you tamp the sand all the way. And moist sand has to be moist. Tamp it all the way around and keep adding. And then once it's you've got it all packed in, then you go ahead and melt your aluminum and then pour it in, and it'll fill this cavity, which is created by the foam. And hopefully you get a nice pour. The colder weather makes it a little bit harder. I will probably preheat the sand. This should not, I'm messing it up. This should not be that hard to pour since it's thick. You get stuff thinner and it runs into that cold sand, it just won't move anymore. That's the piece we're going to have, like that. Pole goes through there. All right, let me come back to you. There you have it. Hey, you like the hat? It says Kiss Santa. Right here. This brick's going to be for a chamber, and you can see I've got a bed of sand there. I've sifted this sand. I'd like to get it as fine as I can. So we're going to just moisten that a little. I didn't take time to get any gloves. I'm just going to use a wooden handle to stuff set. Let me pour some of that in there and some of that over there. It'll take it a while to soak in. I've got sand in two places. And we'll kind of just stir it around. And the reason for the moisture is so the sand will pack. Like when you build sand castles on the seashore, dry sand doesn't pack. Wet sand packs. Might have to run and get more water. Okay, so there's about an inch here in the bottom, just so when the hot aluminum comes through, it doesn't burn through anything. So we're going to take that and just set it there for a minute. And then, let me see, we've got something to shovel with. That was something I thought about a little while ago, and I didn't do it. I'll try this big old... This will be my largest Viking axe. I think I mentioned it. It was going to be a full-blown pole axe. Sometimes if you don't leave it up like this, you'll get a thing that'll run off the side and kind of mess it up. So the piece will end up a little shorter than you had anticipated. Okay, let me see here. We're gonna need a little more water. There's the end of the head. That's where you'll pour the hot aluminum. Okay, we got to trim it back a little bit. Everything's gone down to the bottom, so we're about ready to pull it. Okay. We'll let her set. There's quite a bit of aluminum left. That's a lot of aluminum though. That was a good couple pounds of aluminum. So I think at least 1.5 pounds went in there. Of course, it's got a huge plug on top, which will have to be cut off. But hopefully, we got a good pour. That's my little volcano thing. Pour a little bit of water on top of it. Pretty cool, huh? Look at all this got to be cut off. Hey, I just kept pouring. I want to make sure it was full. What do you think? Say. Not bad. I put the extension on here just to make sure that this part turned out better. Our hole will go through here for the handle, and of course it'll be shaped up. It's nice and warm. Guarantee you I'll be letting go of it in a minute. Yeah, it's not bad. Slight twist, which can be ground out. We can take it off there. I was a little worried about that at first because I know when I put it in there, see you can see it, that the styrofoam apparently got twisted a little. Probably won't take the sand in. I'll just go ahead and let it freeze. Save it for if I need to cast something else, then I'll take it in and get it thawed out. Great hand warmer. So what we'll do is we'll put it on the file, the milling, and we'll mill her down just a little bit. Solution, the electrolysis artwork. Yes, I really can talk, just not very fast. Let's see if we can get this. This is the crow. But you still have the pitting, at least, you know, I'm sure there's a better solution for it. And maybe I ought to get a little better red up on it, maybe. Here's the dragon. Still got a little bit of stuff there, don't we? All right, Matt's going to help me with this. It's kind of a heavy piece of ash. I tried starting it here, as you can see. Against the fence. However, does it look pretty even? Yeah? Okay, good. Let me just go back. in frame. Kind of. Then we'll put this one here. Okay, I don't think that's doing anything. I don't think it's big enough to do much good here. That's some. Can't complain. Hey, look at that. Didn't do that bad a job. It's supposed to be officially round, so that's what we'll have to do. Get it rounded out. And that'll take some time. Who knows, I might do something a little fancy here. Round this and then bring this out differently. That is, yeah, right at 3 foot. I got the plane fixed up. I don't know, it seemed like the parts were never right. So I ended up setting it like that, putting a block of wood in there. And it's just kind of set at one depth. I mean, I can move it around if I need to, but I think we're going the wrong way on the grain. Here's the step bit. We went ahead and ran it down through there part way on the axe head. And then we went ahead and finished it out with a spade bit. So here, this is a 1 inch, but I just went ahead and ground it down to about 7/8. So it fits. I mean, it doesn't leave a whole lot, but it's not like you're going to use the thing. It's a wall ornament. I've got sanding and filing done on it. So I pretty much got it in shape. I'm going to have to make some filler for part of it. Let me see here. And that's the best side, but we still got the pitting. It's not as bad as some of them that I've cast. We got the edge on it. The handle is pretty much ready to go on. It has to be smoothed a little more. And then, of course, this all has to be worked. Probably leave it flat on 2 sides and then round down here because I'll probably do some carving on this area here. It's a little over 3 feet. I didn't get the exact spec on it. Let me see here. It's only 34.5 inches. Yeah, I thought it was shorter, 36 inches. But it'll be perfect. So, like I say, we're planning on putting the etching on here and some other things. So there you go, is an update on the handle and the head. Hey, there you go. That's an update, but now I have the finished product here. I'll go ahead and scan it for you. I don't know whether I got any music or not to go with it. I have it right down here at my feet. Several things about this video that we just put up. There was some extra footage. Some of it was repeat footage. Some of it was lost, I noticed. Part of it was supposed to be the pouring. This is the 4th installment, I think. So this is pretty much a wrap-up. This was a build on a Viking pole axe. The head was cast from recycled aluminum, whatever things you could find. There was... yeah, I think that's about the only recycled things in it as far as from metal detecting. So anyway, I'm proud to bring you this pole axe, the Viking pole axe. So we'll go ahead and turn you around here, and we'll start down here at this end. And hopefully you can see it halfway decent. It was a nice build. I enjoyed building it. I'd always wanted a pole axe. I will probably do a 5 or 6 foot one sometimes. This head, by George, I forgot to weigh it. I'm sure it's close to 2 pounds. One thing I did want to tell you, I did leave the handle square-ish, if there's such a word. The finish is mahogany. Let me go back over. I got it up my lap here now. The finish is mahogany, and it's still really not dry. I'll probably rub it with lighter fluid. I had used a foam brush, which has a tendency to puddle, and try to get it feathered out a little better. The decals are simply, just so you know, let me see if I get a better picture there. There we go. That's, like I said, that's Viking, what they call knotwork. And it's just paper printed out, and then it's glued down, and then you just put your sealer over it. So it makes a pretty nice decal. I had planned to do some carving, but I'll tell you, this ash is so hard. I just was not up to trying to carve, and it was such a small area. I actually had done some knotwork, carved some knotwork, but it just did not turn out. So I said, well, I'm going to have to do the next best thing. I don't know what that spot is there. But there it is, okay? Yeah, I was really happy with the etchings. I love the... and I'll tell you, a lot of their etchings are just so detailed. I mean, it's a lot of work. This, of course, we put the vinyl down. I think I did the live the other night, cutting the vinyl out. So it gives you some idea what it takes to do it. Well, let me come back to you.